All right, this print is about finished. I'm doing the cat phone stand, I guess it is. So it's virtually almost finished. I have about 30 minutes or so left on this print. So it's doing the final part of it. As you can see, there's no warping, no curling, no Elmer's glue to hold the print down. There's also no heat. Right there, you can see the set point to the bed is non-heated. All right, so I've never, ever in 6.5 years ever needed to heat the bed. The reason I don't, it's not because of the adhesion factor or whatever. I have no problem with that because I print in this fashion using a flat, known to be flat surface. This is a mirror. A mirror has to be flat. All right? So basically, it would be a clown mirror if it wasn't flat. So since this is already flat, I have no need for the electronic gizmo here to compensate for highs and lows because there just isn't any. There's nothing to compensate for. So I can literally print on this flat surface and not worry about whether or not there's highs or lows to deal with. All right? So that's just one of the factors that I've discovered, that if you start with a flat surface, flat, 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 you don't need to compensate for anything, so that there becomes useless. All right? So this is the printer. It's the standard Ender 3. I've got the plastic extruder right there. That came with the printer 6 years ago. That body right there. 6 years. It's not a metal extruder, because metal extruders seem to have problems all the time. It's just, look at all the past posts. You can see for yourself. You've never seen this extruder ever have the same problems that a metal extruder has ever had, because people tend to just change it without even thinking about it. If that arm breaks, cracks, whatever, just buy a new arm, brand new from the supplier. It's like $3. You don't need to calibrate anything. You don't need to readjust eSTEPS, because the eSTEPS are 93. They have been 93 and always will be 93. So that's one thing you don't have to deal with. Also, this is the white Bowden tube, not the blue tube. The blue Bowden tube has a smaller inside diameter. It causes added friction. It slows the filament down on that curve. If you ever shoved a piece of filament through a blue tube, you will find out for yourself how much it actually causes friction. So, white tube, the standard print head, unchanged, as you can see. This is not an upgrade. If I change the bed to whatever I decide to print on, that's not considered an upgrade. It's user's choice. I could print on a piece of cardboard if I thought it would work. A piece of cardboard is not considered an upgrade. Just like this is not upgrading this machine. The machine has all the original parts right here, just as it was purchased. Brand new out of the box. No changes. All right. So again, eSTEPS are 93, and they always will be. Non-heated bed doesn't need to be. All right. So this is coming together pretty good. So as soon as this is done, I'm going to start on the base. There's a base that goes with this to keep the cat standing. And then it will, of course, hold the phone standing up. So that's it. No warping, no curling, no added glue, Elmer's glue. It's just not required. Just use this paper feeler gauge to get the distance. You don't need to compensate for any highs and lows because there just isn't any. It's flat. It's flat as far as the nozzle is concerned. All you got to do is deal with the height, the distance right here. That's what these knobs are for. Those are standard springs. Those are basic standard springs that came with this printer. No yellow springs, no chunks of rubber. This is your basic standalone Ender 3 printer. No mods required. Okay. Again, non-heated bed. Nozzles at 206. I have a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. This is PLA. This is like a translucent blue PLA. So that's it. That's all that's required. It's almost too easy. All right. Oh, and I mount the filament right here on the side so that it's a direct path into the extruder. No added arms, levers, gadgets, gizmos to redirect it because it's mounted here and it goes straight in there. The reason I mount it here is because it's adjustable clear up here. Now about a 7-inch print would have to be printed before this would hit here. So if I know that in advance, which I would just simply move this to there for this particular print only. Then move it back to here for every print I've pretty much ever done. In 6.5 years, I've only done a few prints that have been taller than that because I tend to break the print up into smaller parts and then put them together as a kit, like in the olden days. So there's no reason to really print anything higher than that because it's just not worth it. I can cut it down to be half or 3/4 the size. All right, well anyway, that's it. That's the way I do it. That's the way I've always done it. It's almost too easy. And people bitch and moan because their enders crap out because I think they change them. They try to reinvent the wheel and change the ender to something else. And they always say, oh, it's crap. Go to bamboo. This is a working printer right now, and I didn't go to bamboo. It doesn't need to. You just have to put the printer, assemble it as the factory design. Nothing else, no added crap, no direct drive, no bullshit, because that extra crap hanging on here just adds weight. You got to pull that weight away, get it back over there where it belongs, knock it down to a very minimum print head, because all it needs to do is take filament from here, run it down the Bowden tube, because it's a moving head, onto the bed. That's as simple as 3D printing gets. All right, happy printing.